The wormhole opens, and a 300-year-old Bajoran lightship emerges. Aboard the ship is Akoram Lan, a revered Bajoran poet who disappeared without a trace centuries ago. Aboard the station, Akoram declares himself to be the emissary, as he was the first to encounter the prophets in the Celestial Temple. Captain Sisko, who has always been uncomfortable with his being seen as a religious figure, is only too happy to relinquish the position. Akoram soon advocates for a return to the Dejaras, a caste-based system that requires Bajorans to take jobs based on their family name.
We must heal the wounds of the occupation. We must return to our Dejaras. We must reclaim what we were and follow the path the prophets have laid out for us.
Since caste systems are antithetical to the Federation's ideals, this puts Bajor's admittance into the Federation in jeopardy.
Kaiwin and I have already discussed it. We're willing to make that sacrifice in order to follow the will of the prophets.
Seeing the failure of his original mission to bring Bajor into the Federation, Sisko challenges Akoram's claim to the title of emissary. Eventually, Sisko and Akoram journey into the wormhole to ask the prophets which of them is the true emissary. They affirm Sisko's claim to the position, returning Akoram to his original time.
You're saying that he's your emissary?
He is the Sisko.
The Bajoran religion and Sisko's role as the emissary play a big role in the tapestry of Deep Space Nine. From the very first episode, it was clear that Benjamin Sisko would have a special place in Bajoran society. However, until this point, Sisko turned away from that position. It is in this episode that he finally embraces his role as the Prophet's emissary. That turning point in Sisko's life alone makes this an important and worthwhile episode.
What does that mean?
You are of Bajor.
While the powers that be often resisted doing stories involving Bajoran politics and religion, this was an important story that needed to be told. I suppose that it is this reticence to have stories center around Bajoran politics and faith that leads the episode to kind of drop the ball at the end. In Accession, Bajoran society undergoes a fundamental change as the people struggle to implement the Dejara system at the urging of the new emissary.
Morning.
Guess I'll have to take my Raktajino with me.
Please, sit here.
You're not finished.
I'll find someplace else to sit.
You don't have to get up for me.
You're Ivala. I'm Tanari.
He fell from the second level. His neck was broken on impact.
Did anyone see it happen?
I did.
Was it an accident?
I pushed him. His family name is Ruta. Their Dejara is unclean.
They prepare the dead for burial.
By the end of the episode, the repercussions are limited to Sisko himself rather than to Bajoran society as a whole. In order to fully explore the implications of what happens in this episode, it should have at least been a two-parter. However, I understand the desire to not linger too long on the fallout for the Bajoran people. Sisko is now secure in his role as the emissary. The rest is glossed over, never to be explored.
We were wondering if there's any chance you could come and give her your blessing. It means so much to us.
I'd be happy to.
This scene, in which Kira resigns her commission to pursue her Dejara as an artist, really shows how far the relationship between these two characters has come. There is genuine emotion here. The consequences of the recent changes feel real.
I'm sorry. The last thing I want to do is to add to your problems. This is something I have to do.
There is also a B-plot to this episode, which sees Keiko return to the station after a long absence. O'Brien and Bashir have their bromance interrupted, which Keiko is sensitive to. I love the depiction of their relationship here, and it's fun to see O'Brien run off like a giddy kid to play with his friend.
He'd never admit it, but he really misses you.
Poor guy. No family to come home to every night.
Maybe you should go find him, cheer him up a little.
Depressed, is he?
Very.
Well, maybe I should go spend an hour with him.
Maybe two.
I'm a lucky man.
At the end of the episode, Sisko and Akoram journey into the wormhole to consult with the prophets about which of them is the true emissary. However, only Sisko returns, with the prophets having returned a quorum to his original time. If I were a Bajoran, I would be really suspicious of Sisko after this.
So you're off the hook. How does it feel?
It feels, good. No more ceremonies to attend, no more blessings to give, no more prophecies to fulfill. I'm just a Starfleet officer again. All I have to worry about are the Klingons, the Dominion, and the Maquis. I feel like I'm on vacation.
I remember when my nephew Nog was a baby. Cutest thing you ever saw. You know babies. Every little thing they pick up goes straight into their ears. Oh, I used to love reading to them. You know, see Brock acquire. Acquire, Brock! Acquire!
Worf delivered Molly, you know. The Enterprise was damaged. Keiko and he were trapped together when her time came.
Oh, well, I'll be sure and call you when she's ready to deliver. You can lend a hand.
7 months. Unfortunately, I will be away from the station at that time. Far away. Visiting my parents on Earth. Excuse me.